Hey there guys, so I went to see Star Wars The Last Jedi, and before I go further into this video, I've only just started. Hey there guys, so I went to see Star Wars The Last Jedi, and this video isn't scripted as you can already tell. I'm just going to say things at the top of my head. I normally write a script, but I went to see the midnight screening on Wednesday, and the next day I was so tired to do anything. I'm still tired now. I really ruined my sleeping pattern. But, so this isn't scripted, this isn't a review, this is a reaction video, so I'm not going to give this film a score, I'm not going to go really into detail, I'm not going to rank it with the other Star Wars films. I will do a review at some point in a couple of weeks time, but I've only seen the film once, so I can't judge it on the first viewing because there is a lot to take in. I'm only going to do my quick thoughts on the film. So I went to see the midnight screening, and I wasn't planning to a midnight screening, this was more like a last minute decision. Because I do like midnight screenings, but the problem is it was so busy. It was literally really busy, and it was allocated seats, which was really annoying. It's more busy to go to a midnight screening than it is to go to like the next day while people are at like work at school. It's best to go like at 12 o'clock in the evening, in the morning. So, but my friend was just insisting, let's go see The Last Jedi, let's go see The Last Jedi. And it was literally like, I just had to say yes, but I was so tired because I had work from the previous morning, so I haven't really had a really good sleep. But I was still awake enough to watch the film, I really enjoyed it. But, and I got home really late, got back home about like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't get up till like 2, I was so tired. I'm still tired now, it really ruined my sleeping pattern, but I'm glad I saw the film. I've only seen the film once really guys, so, and I definitely want to go see it like another 2 or 3 times because I love this film really. My quick thoughts, and I'm trying to think of a sentence to my head, it's Star Wars The Last Jedi was a very different Star Wars film that wasn't scared to take risks. It had heart, it had thrills, it had laughs. It really pushed characters and story arcs forward, and it really took this franchise to a whole new level. And it really opened the doors for rich new material for me to explore and for other Star Wars fans to explore. I really loved this Star Wars film, I really did. I mean, a lot happens in this film. It does have flaws, it does have flaws. I would say it has movie problems and Star Wars problems. And compared to The Force Awakens, I didn't really have much problems with that. And with Rogue One, yes, I did have problems with that, but in time, when I went to my third viewing of Rogue One, the problems kind of got smaller or disappeared. So when I get to like my 4th viewing of The Last Jedi, my problems will probably minimise or disappear. But yeah, I love The Last Jedi. They did some incredible things. I love what Rian Johnson did with this film. It does have some similarities to previous Star Wars film, but not major ones, you can obviously tell. I mean, compared to The Last Jedi, when people, I'm not saying it, when people compare it too much to A New Hope, yes, it has similarities, but I do think it was a breath of fresh air. This was definitely a breath of fresh air. You could not compare it page to page with another Star Wars film. Yes, there's some callbacks here and there to Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, but nothing major. Really, you couldn't really write a whole page based on it. But yeah, I just love this film. I definitely want to see it again. I'm trying to wait for a good time because I have work and other films to see. But I love Star Wars The Last Jedi. I just loved it so much. This is a film I've been waiting for like the past 2 years, and I know we've been getting other Star Wars material during that period, which is great and all, but I was really wanting to say, how are they going to do episode 8? You got Rian Johnson coming in, who's done some incredible independent films. This could work beautifully, and when I was watching the film, it worked beautifully. Of course it did. I mean, this is the first big budget film that Rian Johnson's ever did, and what a team. What a team of like behind the scenes and all the stars and all the characters and all the whatever. It worked. It really worked. I mean, this film's going to make so much money. It's bonkers. I think it's going to be more money than The Force Awakens. I can just tell by this because I feel like people are going to watch this and they're going to watch it again and again. I can imagine like people, the 200 people I saw it with, I bet like at least 3/4 of them are going to see it again and again. Because so much really happens in this film. There's so much to take in. There's so much you want to go back to and just really dissect it and analyse it, really. I don't want to talk about things I really love because I'm saving up for my review, and I don't want to talk about things I don't like, because I want to save that to a review. I will say, I'm just going to say a couple of pointers that I really loved about this film. Number one, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker is great. He gave it his all. It's probably his best performance in terms of live action. We rarely see Mark Hamill do live action, because he's normally do animate voice these days, mainly the Joker from Batman. But with Mark Hamill, they did some incredible things in this film. Like, this is a different Luke Skywalker than we got in the original trilogy. And my favourite scene in The Last Jedi involves Luke Skywalker and another character. I don't want to give it spoilers. I do not want to give that spoilers, because it is such a crucial, great scene. All I'm going to say is, it doesn't involve Rey. It's a completely different character. Well, it's a different character than Rey. But yeah, that was such a great scene. That was like, oh my god, I was just geeking out at that point. I just trying to think of other things. Yeah, they did some great. There was some stuff they did, incredible stuff, like it involves Kylo Ren. What they did with his character, with you expected, oh, this is going to plan out, you expected to go be like what they did with the original trilogy, but you're wrong. They did some incredible risks with this film, and it paid off. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, I didn't like that, but you got to look at the bigger picture here. The stuff I didn't like in the film, and this is just stuff I've only seen the first time. Like I said, it had some Star Wars problems and it had some movie problems, but I feel like that is just going to minimise at that point. But yeah, Star Wars The Last Jedi is probably my favourite film of the year so far. As a major Star Wars fan, yes, of course it's going to be. But that's not true. That's not true. Rogue One wasn't my favourite film last year. It was my third favourite film. So yeah, this is my favourite film of the year. I feel like Rian Johnson really did an incredible job with it, and it's such a shame he's not coming back for episode 9. Watching this and coming out, I feel like I'm just thinking of episode 9, how J.J. Abrams is going to pick up where this franchise left, and there's so much to take in. But overall, Star Wars The Last Jedi, I'm definitely going to see it multiple times. It's a film I'm definitely going to pick up on Blu-ray, of course. But yeah, overall, I love The Last Jedi. I highly recommend you all go and watch this film. Yeah, pretty much. If you're not a hardcore Star Wars fan, if you only know the films, you're gonna just give this a go. And I loved it, because I have been reading some books lately that sort of relates to The Last Jedi, and it really pays off. It really does for me, for my Star Wars knowledge. But yeah, I love Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I will do a spoiler review on this in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, go check it out. But overall, I love this film. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Forgive me, but this isn't scripted. This was more like a video I had to do. But thank you so much for watching. I've got your back.